Hello everyone, welcome to Believers IAS Academy. This is daily news analysis session. In this session, we are going to look into some important topics from both UPSC prelims as well as mains perspective. Okay, so the first article for today is Oil Fields Regulation and Development Amendment Bill 2024, which was passed in Rajya Sabha recently. So the article has been present in the Hindu, Indian Express, Business, and many newspapers have covered this article. So you'll understand what is this Oil Fields Regulation and Development Amendment Bill. Okay, it has been passed in Rajya Sabha through a voice vote, marking a pivotal shift in India's oil and gas exploration framework. Below are the key highlights of this bill. So what are the key highlights? First one is, what is the purpose and amendment? Bill aims to amend Oil Fields and Regulation Act 1948 with the goal of attracting investments in oil and gas exploration and production. Okay, then it focuses on modernizing the legal framework to regulate exploration, prospecting, extraction of natural gas and petroleum. This is very important. It aims to modernize the legal framework so that it is up to the date, up to the modern standards. Then, what is the definition of mineral oils? Okay, in this new amendment, they have expanded the definition of mineral oils. The amendment bill expands the definition of mineral oils to include petroleum, natural gas, coal bed methane, shale gas, or oil. Okay, so all this comes under the definition of mineral oil. Suppose there is a question in UPSC prelims about how many of the following comes under mineral oil. The correct answer will be these four: petroleum, natural gas, coal bed methane, shale gas or shale oil. Okay, so it excludes coal, lignite, and helium from the definition of mineral oils. Very important from UPSC prelims perspective. UPSC tends to ask these kind of questions, so make a note of it. Okay, do make a note of things which I am telling you. It becomes very important from prelims perspective. Then there were some changes to mining and leasing framework. It introduces petroleum leases in place of mining leases, covering activities like exploration, prospecting, production, disposal of mineral oils. And the existing mining leases under the old law will remain valid. Okay, whatever the leases have been already provided under the old law, that will remain valid. But from now onwards, okay, from now onwards, any law or like any leasing will be given, it will be based on new amendment. Okay, then what are the government's power under this bill? Okay, there are certain powers of the government under this bill. The bill empowers central government to regulate lease grants, mergers, and terms of conditions, define the maximum and minimum area and lease period. It also oversees conservation and development of mineral oils, sets method for oil production. It also establishes mechanism for collecting royalties, fees, and taxes. These are all the powers of central government. Central government, this is very important. Okay, and then it also decriminalizes and provides certain penalty provisions. Okay, it provides or introduces penalties and adjudication to replace criminal liabilities from 1948 law. Major penalty includes increased fine from 1,000 to 25 lakhs for rule violations. For activities without valid list, a penalty of 25 lakh and an additional 10 lakh per day for continued violations. Okay, previously, if these were the punishment, if these are the offences committed, then they would be criminalized. They would be sent to jail. But now there is no provision of criminalization of this offence. Instead of just criminalizing, they are asking you to pay more punishment. Okay, so pay more penalties. Okay, from decriminalizing to extra penalties. Then there is a provision for dispute resolution mechanism also. The provision says that an officer of the rank of joint secretary or above will be appointed to adjudicate penalties for violations. Okay, and appeals against the adjudication decisions can be made at the appellate tribunal, which is established under Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board Act of 2006. Okay, so there is a joint secretary or above who will be the officer to deal with the dispute resolution. And if you are not happy with the dispute resolution given by that officer, then you can appeal in a higher court, that is appellate tribunal. Appellate tribunal was established previously by Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board Act of 2006. Okay, So this is about Oil Field and Amendment Act. Okay, so this is a bill actually. It has not been converted to act yet. It has been passed by Rajya Sabha. Now it will be tabled in Lok Sabha, and we have to wait and see what will be the outcome of this one. Most probably, it will become a bill. Oh, sorry, it will become an act. Oil Fields Regulation and Development Amendment Bill of 2024. Now, second article. Second article is from Press Information Bureau. It talks about linen inspection and sorting assistant system. Okay, we'll see what is it. Recently, the Union Railway Minister inaugurated the linen inspection and sorting assistant system, also called as LISA system. Okay, that is why I picked up this question. LISA. Normally, if you hear about LISA or e-LISA, etc., you suddenly start thinking about space programs. Okay, space programs or gravitational wave observatories. Okay, so LISA in gravitational observatory is a space-based observatory. Space-based gravitational observatory. Okay, ground-based is LIGO. Okay, LIGO is the ground-based gravitational wave observatory. If it is present in space, it is called as LISA. But this LISA is different from that LISA. Okay, this LISA is our own India's very own linen inspection and sorting assistance system, which has been inaugurated by Union Railway Minister. So it is related to railways. So what is linen inspection and sorting assistance system? It is an artificial intelligence based system that inspects and sorts linens such as bed sheets and towels provided to passengers in the air conditioned coaches. Okay, so you might have seen in the air conditioned AC coaches where they will be providing bed sheets and towels. So it says that it is inspects and sorts linens. Okay, it sorts the linens such as beds. Then it is designed to ensure that 100% quality inspection of bed sheet is used in the trains. Before these bed sheets are provided into the train, they will be gone through this test, which will inspect the 100% quality, and if it is meeting the quality standards, only then it will be provided to passengers. Then advanced AI algorithms ensure precise and reliable inspection results, and it can process large volumes of linen quickly, significantly improving operational efficiency. Then it was developed by Pune division of Indian Railways and installed in Ghorpadi Integrated Coaching Complex. Okay, these are small facts about this one. What you should know about is LISA related to railway is LISA with respect to railway is about bed sheets and clothes provided in AC sleeping systems. Then what is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence refers to machines performing human-like tasks. Okay, in this there is artificial intelligence, then there is deep learning, then there is then there is deep learning, then there is machine learning, and then there is neural networks. Okay, so based on this, we have already discussed this artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is nothing but machines are capable of doing the tasks which are previously done only by humans. Okay, now they have also developed this ability to do certain tasks which were previously done only by human beings. Here the data will be provided into artificial intelligence based on the input data and the data already present in that artificial intelligence or machine learning. It will learn to do certain tasks in a human way. Okay, so its main components are machine learning algorithms that train on data, neural networks that mimic the brain structure of human beings, and natural language processing that understand the human languages. Okay, all these have been discussed in previous classes. If you want to know more about this one, just search Video Science Academy Artificial Intelligence. You will get a video about this one, and I already completely discussed about all these components of AI. Next, Article 3, it talks about Aravali Green Wall Project. It was an article which I picked up from Press Information Bureau. It talks about recently the India's delegation led by Environment Minister will participate in United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, that is UNCCD, COP16, which is being happened in Riyadh, and showcases its Aravali Green Wall Project. Okay, India is going to Riyadh for participating in COP16 of UNCCD. There they are going to showcase its projects, that is Aravali Green Wall Project. So what is this Aravali Green Wall Project? Okay, the project is a major initiative to green the 5-kilometer buffer area around Aravali Hills. Okay, so if this is Aravali Hills area, 5 kilometers around Aravali buffer area will be planted. These 5 km around the Aravali area will be afforested. Okay, that is green wall. It is part of government's vision to create green corridors across the country to combat land degradation and desertification. This project covers Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Delhi, where the Aravali hill landscapes span over 6 million hectares of land. You know where is Aravali is, right? Aravali is present in, if this is India, this is Gujarat, okay, Jammu Kashmir, this is India, okay, consider this as India now for this discussion. This is where Aravali hills are present, from Gujarat to Rajasthan and then Delhi and Haryana. Okay, all these regions are covered by Aravali hills. The project involves planting native species of trees and shrubs on the scrubland, wasteland, and degraded forest land, along with rejuvenating and restoring surface water bodies such as ponds, lakes, and streams. Should focus on this native species of trees. Okay, you should plant those trees which are native to the particular region. Okay, mostly in Aravali regions, which is a dry land kind of area. There, the most common trees are acacia. Those trees will be planted there. Then the project also focuses on agroforestry and pasture development to enhance the livelihoods of local communities. Okay, another component of Green Wall project is it is going to benefit local communities. How is it going to benefit local communities? By involving agroforestry and pasture development, so that cattle can graze on this and communities can gain out of this agroforestry. This will contribute to India's commitments under various international conventions such as UNCCD, UNCBD, and UNFCCC. Okay, there are commitments of United, like India under Paris Climate Change, that is NDC, National Determined Contributions, and recently it has been updated to Panchamitra. And in Panchamitra, one of the component was to restoring of land. Million hectares of land, certain millions of hectares of land will be restored by India, and this project is going to complete those projects. Okay, this project is going to complete the national determined contributions task of the government in this Paris Climate Agreement. Then objectives. What are the objectives? It is improving the ecological health of the Aravali range, to prevent eastward expansion of Thar Desert, and to reduce the land degradation by creating a green barriers that will prevent soil erosion, desertification, dust storms, to help in carbon sequestration and mitigating climate change, to enhance the biodiversity and ecosystem services of the Aravali range by planting native species in the Aravali region, providing habitat for wildlife, improving water quality and quantity. It will also promote sustainable development and livelihood opportunities by involving local communities in afforestation, agroforestry, and water conservation activities that will generate income, employment, food security, and social benefits, etc., etc. Okay, it is not just about land degradation. It is also covering afforestation. It is also covering local communities. It is also covering biodiversity. All the percentages will be taken into account. So this is about Aravali Green Wall project. Whenever there is a question in environment and ecology about India's contribution to or India's projects regarding climate change, you can use this example. Okay. Then moving to article number 4, it was from Press Information Bureau again. It talked about Maha Kumbh Mela 2025. We will see why it is in news. The 2025 Maha Kumbh Mela will take place in Prayagraj, previously Allahabad, from January 13 to February 26. So we'll try to understand what is Kumbh Mela, what is Maha Kumbh Mela, and what are the different kinds of Kumbh Mela, and what are the areas or what are the places where Kumbh Mela takes place. Okay, so about Kumbh Mela. Kumbh Mela is a major pilgrimage and festival in Hinduism, occurring 4 times in 12 years at different locations in India. Okay, 4 times in 12 years. It attracts millions of pilgrims for spiritual purification. Okay, so Kumbh Mela, it is once in 3 years. It happens in 4 times, and within Kumbh Melas there are 3 types of Kumbh Melas. One is normal Kumbh Mela. It is regular festival celebrated every 12 years at one of the 4 locations. Then Maha Kumbh Mela, it is the largest. It is celebrated once every 12 years at Prayagraj. That is influence of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati. Then there is Ardha Kumbh Mela, which is held every 6 years in Prayagraj. Okay, so Kumbh Mela is once in 3 years, Mahakumbh Mela is once in 12 years, and then Ardha Kumbh Mela held every 6 years in Prayagraj, half of full Kumbh Mela. And then there is also Mahakumbh. Mahakumbh occurs at every 12 Purna Kumbh Melas. Okay, one Purna Kumbh Mela, is every 12 years, and normal Kumbh Mela, it happens 4 times in 12 years. And what is Mahakumbh Mela is, or Mahakumbh is, it is once in every 12 Purna Kumbh Melas. Okay, so 12 into 12, it is 144, once in 144 years. This Mahakumbh Mela, that happens once in 144, is at a designated place, that is Prayagraj only. And other Kumbhas, it happens in Nasik, on the banks of Trimbak River, Ujjain, and then Prayagraj on the basis, Ujjain on the banks of Shipra River, Prayagraj on the banks of Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati River, and Haridwar on the banks of Ganga rivers. Okay, alternatively, the Kumbh Mela will be happening here, but Mahakumbha is designated at only Prayagraj. Then, within this Kumbh Mela, there are certain key rituals. The key rituals are, first one is Shani Snana, that is royal bath. Shahi Snana, sorry, not Shani Snana, it is Shahi Snana, that is royal bath. It is a ritual where pilgrims in akharas or possessions bathe in holy river. You might have seen the images of Mahakumbh where people are bathing in the river. Okay, that is like Shahi Snana. And then worship and prayers. Here the pilgrims offer prayers along the river banks, attend spiritual discourses, and perform the rituals. Then there is religious processions, that is several religious processions involving saints, gurus, and devotees take place. And after this, there is community prayers and spiritual discourse. Saints and religious leaders conduct spiritual teachings for the devotees. And what is the significance of Kumbh Mela? It has a certain spiritual significance. That is, it is considered sacred event for the Hindus, which is aimed at spiritual cleansing, salvation, and liberation from the cycle of rebirth. Okay, according to Hindu rituals or Hindu tradition, they say that once you dip into holy Ganga, once you dip into other holy rivers under Mahakumbha or Kumbh Mela, all your sins and all your issues will go away, and you are going to attain moksha, or you are going to attain salvation. That is the belief. Okay, that is why it is called as spiritual cleansing. And then cultural unity. It is a remarkable event which showcases India's unity and diversity, where millions of people across the world come together. Okay, then mass gathering. It also holds Guinness World Record for the largest peaceful gathering, with millions of pilgrims attending the event. In 2019, Kumbh Mela witnessed the largest peaceful public gathering ever, recorded around 120 million people. 120 million people means 1.2 crore million people at one single place. Just imagine the people present there. And then it also promotes pilgrimage tourism. The Kumbh Mela is also significantly boosts local tourism with a major influx of national and international pilgrims, and it is contributing to local and national economies also. And then it has also received UNESCO recognition. That is, Kumbh Mela was recognized as intangible cultural heritage of humanity by UNESCO in 2017. Okay, intangible cultural heritage. We already discussed about intangible cultural heritage. There are some 3-4 intangible cultural heritage in India. One is Kumbh Mela, other one is Garba, and then there is Chau dance. Okay, then there is Durga Puja. Then there is Ladakh chantings. All this comes under intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Tangible is you can touch it, you can feel it. For example, these are recent Pattadakallu, Hampi, Agra. These are tangible UNESCO World Heritage Site. But these things you cannot touch and feel it. Okay, you cannot touch it, you can only feel it. These are intangible. Okay, then moving on to next article and the final article for today. It was an editorial in the Indian Express, sorry, the Hindu. It is talking about India's strategic focus on West Africa. Okay, what does it say about? It is talking about India's renewed engagement with Nigeria. Recently, Indian Prime Minister Modi visited Nigeria. So there were discussions about India and Nigeria's increasing relationships. So the article tries to discuss about this one. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Nigeria as part of his broader Africa outreach, broader African outreach, marks the first such visit by an Indian PM in 17 years. It underscores the growing importance of strengthening India-Nigeria ties across multiple sectors, including defense, security, trade, and key developments. So, what are the key outcomes or developments of Modi's visit? In the visit, Prime Minister Modi was conferred with Nigeria's second highest national award, symbolizing the country's recognition of India's global stature. Okay, now it has become a trend. Wherever Modi is going, he is getting wherever Prime Minister Modi is going, he is getting the highest civilian award of their particular country. This also happened with Morocco. This also happened with Nigeria. It happened with Russia. It also happened with Samoan Islands, etc., etc. They recognize Modi as a global leader now. They recognize India's stature as a global leader as well. The discussions with Nigeria's president, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it focused on strategic areas like defense, trade, and regional security. Then, India-Nigeria relationship and its strategic importance. First one is regional leadership. Nigeria is the largest economy and democracy in West Africa and plays a critical role in African Union. Okay, India is the largest democracy in the world, whereas Nigeria is the largest economy in the democracy in the West Africa, whereas South Africa is the largest democracy in the Southern Africa. Then, strengthening ties with Nigeria holds the potential to influence broader African continent positively. Then, there are also talks about defense and security cooperation. India is focusing on arms sales and joint counter-terrorism operations, particularly against Boko Haram. Okay, so Boko Haram, it is a terrorist group which is based in Nigeria. It is an Islamist organization. Boko Haram, the literal meaning is itself education is haram. Okay, literal meaning itself is education is haram. So they go around and killing people, mainly targeting people who are present in schools, etc., etc. They are killing church, and they are targeting other public places. Okay, so they are also facing similar issues what India faces in like northern India, especially in Jammu and Kashmir, northeastern India. So they understand each other's issues regarding counter-terrorism. So they are focusing on counter-terrorism. Then Nigeria is showing interest in acquiring Indian weapons as part of enhanced defense collaboration. Then economic collaboration. So Nigeria is seeing India as a development partner. India has positioned itself as a partner for Nigeria's development, offering concessional loans and support for capacity building programs. Then infrastructure development and bilateral trade from the broad bedrock of this partnership. Then regarding trade and investment, India remains one of Nigeria's key trading partners, with the trade spanning industries like oil, technology, and education. But there are still a drawback like bottlenecks, meaning the bilateral trade has declined recently due to increased import from Russia. Okay, so India was one of the major key trading partners, where Nigeria was supplying with oil, technology, and education, but now because of more import from Russia, the bilateral relation has reduced. But this new meeting between prime ministers of both the countries can have an impact. And another bottleneck here is China's increasing influence on Nigeria. Okay, China has emerged as a dominant player in Nigeria's infrastructure sector, funding over 47 billion in projects such as railways, airports, and cybersecurity. Okay, you cannot compete with China on financial front. You can only focus on developing soft power, because China has already developed as such a huge country. Okay, it has surpassed even America in terms of purchasing power parity. So it has so much of financial power. It can easily use its money through its checkbook policy or debt trap policy. So that is what it is doing in Africa also. Chinese companies such as Huawei have significant presence, training thousands of Nigerians and investing in telecommunication infrastructure. So it is very difficult for India to overcome these issues. So what are the challenges in India-Nigeria relationship? Despite the deep economic ties, India's influence is overshadowed by China's massive investment in Nigeria's infrastructure. Okay, whatever be the relation, whatever the things you are doing with each other, in the end, all that matters is how much you are investing, how much money you are willing to pay, how much money you are willing to lend me, how much money you are willing to give me as a grants or loans. In that front, it is obviously the winner will be China only. Then, trade between India and Nigeria has dropped significantly, highlighting the need for renewed efforts to sustain economic relations. Now, in this regard, the significance of Modi's visit is Prime Minister Modi's visit reinforces India's commitment to deepening ties with Nigeria and West Africa. It emphasizes security collaboration, economic development, and building stronger diplomatic relations. So, by aligning with Nigeria, India is not only cementing its presence in Africa but also countering China's growing influence in the region. Okay, so India is achieving the twin objective of increasing its own influence and countering China's influence. So these are some articles which I decided to discuss for today. If you have any doubts regarding this session, do write in the comment box. If you think you gained something out of this video, then hit the like button, comment on it, and also share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss notification to videos like this. With this, I will end the session. Jai Hind.